Hey guys, it's Jody here with DK Designs, and I am getting ready to do the first step in a shipwreck tumbler. So I wanted to hop on here and just do a quick recording of how I do my wood grain. So stay tuned and we will go through that. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on social media, DK Creative Designs. Also check out my Facebook group, Craft with DK, or my VIP shoppers group, Shop DK Designs. All right, so let's jump right into it. So pretty much, before I do that, I hope that everyone is doing well throughout this crazy time with this virus and you guys are staying sanitized, cleaned, and healthy. So I had to get that part out the way. So what I have here is a 30-ounce curved tumbler. And what I've done is I've spray painted it. I've prepped it. Okay. So I have sanded it, wiped it down with alcohol, washed with Dawn soap, sprayed it white. Okay. So that's what I have. The next thing that you're going to need is a brush. And you can see mine is kind of beat up. This is the brush that I use all the time for my wood grains. And then you're going to need your inks. So I have two inks that I'm going to use to achieve the look. This is the first one. Okay, so this is espresso. And then the next one that I'm going to use is the teak wood. Okay, that's a better view. And here's a better view of the espresso. Okay, so, and then I just have this sitting here in case I need to sit the cup down and rest it. So in a regular wood grain, you would do the wood grain going from top to bottom, but for mine, I'm gonna go left to right. So just stick around and watch me do it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is make sure that I shake the inks up really well, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the tops off. I'm gonna have to get some more of these because I'm almost out. All right. So I'm going to start with my first color. So I'm going to start with espresso. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line at the top, get the brush, and brush it across. That's what I want to do. This angle is looking better. So I'm going to drop the ink on it, grab the brush, brush it in. So I'm not worried about the details right now. Just trying to get my white base covered. So I'm just going to keep doing that all the way to the bottom. All the way around. The alcohol ink dries really fast. And as you see, I'm just brushing it on, getting some nice lines on there. Not really worried about coverage right now. I will go back over with the other color. So I'm just getting it on and brushing it in. Get it on there. Brush it in. So as you can see, it's fairly simple to get the wood grain technique or look on your cups. I'm going to keep just going down on the cup. You want to make sure that when you're working with your inks and the brush, you don't have anything that you don't want the inks around nearby, because when you're brushing, the ink is going to go everywhere. So we're just going to keep going. If you haven't already, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I try to post videos as I work on my orders. Sometimes I forget. But I'm going to try to get on a more regular posting schedule. And it's even harder now with the kids being out of school. So this is how we're looking so far. And as you can see, I'm just working my way around the cup. Working my way around. Pretty simple. Just doing it. Put my ink on. Brush it in. Put your ink on. Brush it in. And I'm just going to keep adding the inks as I like to get the shade that I want, whether I want to go darker or not. But once I start going over it with the teak wood, it'll get, and then for the bottom, just brushing out the excess on it. We'll perfect that in a minute. But as I get ready to go over with the other color, trying to get all the excess out of here. Alright. So now, let's get espresso out the way. And we're going to start with teak wood. So I'm pretty much just going to do the same thing. As you can see, the teak wood is a little bit darker. Okay, so you don't want to put too much unless you're going for a dark wood look. Okay, so here I'm just trying to really brush it in the areas that I can still see the white a little bit. Look at that. So I always start with espresso and then top it off with the teak wood. That's always the way I start. No specific reason. It's just what I always do. Most times without even noticing that I did that. Okay, so now I'm going to move down a little bit. And notice I try to keep my brush going in one direction. I mean, you could go back and forth like that, but I like the one direction thing. And you can see we're achieving this look pretty fast. Like, it's not taking us any time to get this cup covered. Again, this is a 30-ounce curve. And if you want, I can leave a link to where I get my cups. If you just leave a comment if you're interested in knowing. I don't want to leave information down there that you guys don't need or care to have. So if I'm using something and you want to know where I got it from or whatever, just leave me a comment and I will reply to it. Okay, so I like how we're looking. Got a little white spot right there. So I'm liking this. Drop it on, brush it. Pretty simple, right? I do want to make sure that I have really good coverage at the top of this cup, because if you've seen the shipwrecks, the top is left exposed. So I want to make sure that I have really good coverage at the top. And then you just keep adding till you get the desired look that you want. So if you want to keep going and be darker, you can definitely do that. I'm not going to be too worried about the bottom because that's going to get covered. Okay, so there we go. And that's it. So this is the first step to getting our shipwreck tumbler. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to seal this. And it'll be dry. Let it sit for about 15 minutes. It doesn't even have to sit that long. That's the bottom. And this is the entire cup. Okay. Love it. So, I'm going to seal this. Let it dry. Then I go directly into putting the epoxy on it. So, I will be back when it's time for that step. Okay. Go ahead, hit the like, the subscribe button, leave me a comment. And until next time, happy crafting.